for the cover now, Kike knew a guy, and he wanted to do something for the cover, so I let them do the cover. That's why probably there's nothing strange in the cover, not a guy hanging or a guy inside a bar or something like that. It's all related to the title. That was Kike's idea now, because he had that sentence. He got that sentence from somewhere, scratching the bottom of the barrel. And I said, well, you know what that means. You know, it's like from the worst things just getting even the worst ones. He said to me, well, yeah, that's what we're doing actually, because probably we're getting the worst songs or the worst we got. Well, that was a joke, obviously, but it was quite funny, so we decided that was going to be the title for the album. Kike can explain a bit more about it, because it was his idea.
Bottom of the Barrel salió de una frase que decía George Harrison en su Anthology. Es como rascar el fondo del barril o rebuscar de lo malo lo peor. Y como estábamos utilizando algunas canciones que nos sobraron del primer disco y algunas antiguas, decidimos completarlo con algunas nuevas y utilizar ese nombre para el álbum.
Always Come Back Into Your Love was the first song we recorded for the album. And actually we started recording the song right after finishing the previous album, Judas. In truth, there was a demo for Judas. I mean, we recorded a demo of this song for Judas from the previous album, but we never recorded it for the album because we had enough songs. So when we started this album, we thought, okay, let's try something that we still have from the previous one, and that was the song chosen. I wrote the song in '97 or something like that, so it's a very old song, but it's quite nice. That's why we decided we could do something interesting. I think it's our style. It's a song that it's very, very our style. From the recording process, I remember, well, everything was okay. I remember, for example, that the song originally had an harmonica solo, and I tried to record that, and for some reason it was disgusting. It sounded really, really disgusting. The song was not a proper song, probably because of the mics. Once again, I had problems with the mics when recording this album. So finally I said, okay, let's erase the harmonica and try something a piano. Well, in the end it was an electric piano because the song was quite original, so the soul of the song it's an electric piano instead of the harmonica. It sounds quite strange because the song is acoustic and suddenly you got an electric piano just playing the solo. But the rest of the song is quite nice. I especially like those voices that Kike added, because they were not the original idea I had of the song, and they sound quite nice, quite J.A. and Kike.
At Down. At Down viene de una historia un poco rara, porque un día en Facebook leí un comentario de alguien que se dedica también a la música así de forma amateur. Dice, secuencias de acordes que dan gustito. Y me dio por inspeccionar el comentario. Y vi unas secuencias de acordes que me gustaron. Y instintivamente me recordaron un poco a It's Raining Again de Supertramp. Me hizo gracia, empecé a probar y salió At Down. La primera idea que tenía es que quería que sonara fresca, con sonido acústico, con sonido de acordeones o algo así, y desempolvé el Magnum, el teclado Magnum, que saca un sonido similar al acordeón, y me lié con las guitarras. Y así ha quedado.
At some point of the album, we decided we really needed a single, and well, almost every single song in the album was very slow. I mean, there were no really fast tempos, just a couple of them. We didn't think that it was. I mean, those songs were okay for a single. So, well, I was working in two new songs, but I was not really convinced that they could be the single. So at some point, Kike told me about that song. I forgot about it. I had that song, Resurrection, and at some point I said, okay, let's try the song. And well, I thought, okay, if it's gonna be a single, let's try to do something different. So I added a lot of distortion on the guitars and all that stuff. So it doesn't sound like a J and Kike song. Actually, I wrote this song, I think it was like 3 years ago, something like that. for, well, that was an idea of Andy McLeod, so it was for a kind of Nazarians coming back. So, well, the idea for that song was being a Nazarian song, but that never happened, so now it's a Jay and Kike song. And, well, probably it sounds different from the rest of the album, because it's like the sound is harder, you know. And on the other hand, Kike told me, okay, we need some. If the song is gonna be like this, we need somebody playing, well, right, like heavy guitars, really hard guitars. So he called a guy, a Pep, for some solos, for the solo of the guitars, and well, it was a very good work actually. And then I thought after. I listened to those solos and then I said, okay, I think this song needs something else, so I'm gonna play a couple of solos as well. So there are like 5 different solos in the song. That's why at some point it sounds quite messy, you know. But on the other hand, I think it's quite good because it's something different. So there are like 2 different solos at the beginning of the song, 3 different solos at the end of the song or in the middle of the song. A lot of solos. It's a very good song. Resurrection. I've resurrected.
Resurrection after this year.
Sobre Yasa Kiss ha sido un tema muy complicado, un montón. Nos ha dado muchos problemas y la idea original era que fuera muy sencillo y al final pues se ha desviado un poquito de lo que teníamos pensado. Yo tenía la estrofa, pero me faltaba el estribillo y le tuve que pedir ayuda a JA para que me ayudara a acabarlo. Al final hemos decidido hacer ahí unas cosas raras de cambios de tono y demás. A ver cómo ha quedado.
This is another song from the 90s. I wrote it in 99, I guess. And once again, it's a song we tried for Judas for the previous album. There are some demos actually recorded for the album. And well, we recorded it for this album because it sounded really pop. It's a very pop song with the typical chorus that it's too easy to sing along. So it was quite nice. And the arrangement we tried, it's very similar to the one we had in that song Get Me Back to Texas from Judas with ukuleles. I recorded a couple of ukuleles and pianos, organs. Well, we gave a lot of presence to the guitars, but actually it's quite a wall of sound. A lot of instruments actually. Phil Spector once again. And well, the difficult thing when I recorded, especially the vocals, when I recorded the vocals, the difficult thing of the song was the first verse, because it was too high. I started singing too high, you know, the first notes are really high. And yeah, well, I mean, 15 years ago, it was quite easy for me singing that. But right now, it's not the same. My voice is not the same. So, well, after recording, 1 take, 2 takes, 4 takes, 10 takes, it was like, oh, I won't be able to do it. And finally, I said, okay, I'm gonna sing it, and it doesn't matter wherever it happens. And then when I got rid of all the pressure, it's when I really got. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's not bad. It's much better than the previous takes. So, I mean, the song, it sounds like a single. It's quite commercial, so it's probably one of the best songs of the album.
Be careful, Christine, 'cause you'll never know.
Creo que Smelling a Rose es una de las mejores canciones del disco. Tiene un sonido que me gusta mucho, las mandolinas, el sonido de las 12 cuerdas, el arpegio, el acordeón. Creo que ha quedado bastante chulo.
It's a love song, very beautiful love song actually, because it's not the typical love song. It's not the typical simple love song, the typical "I love you" thing, and just very simple lyrics. There's a lot of poetry in these lyrics. So once again, it's not the lyrics. The rest of the album lyrics are quite complex for a love song. That's why it's not the usual thing probably. And well, the tempo is very slow. It's a slow song, so I thought that was the perfect chance for using a very developed orchestra, the Phil Spector way. You know, that's what I like. It's not the only song in the album with orchestra, but I really like the arrangements of this song. And Well, Kike recorded some nice slides as well, but basically the song was already made when I passed the session to Kike, so it's very mine actually. Well, and in truth, I wrote this song in purpose for the album, so well, must be good. Obviously, I really like this song.
I love my princess.
The Star es una canción como... Bueno, va sobre alguien, como muchos conoceréis, les gusta ser la estrella en todas partes. Les gusta ir a una reunión, ser el centro de atención, les gusta entrar y que se note su presencia, les gusta organizar la vida de los demás. Y conocí a una persona que le gustaba ese rollo y me sugirió esta canción. Y tiene unos acordes bonitos, tiene unos acordes graciosos y buen ritmo.
For this album, we tried to record songs with deeper lyrics than the ones in Judas. Well, I wrote this song like 5 years ago, but I really decided to work on it for this album because of that, because of the lyrics. And in some way, Soldier Down talks about politics, and well, I'm going to have problems because of that. Because when you talk about politics, you need to be very careful with some people. Some brainwashed motherfuckers really think that freedom is, if you don't think the same way they think, they can ban you or insult you. So I don't really mind about them because actually I stay in a free country, so I can say whatever I want. So Soldier Down is my point of view about the thing. Well, because of those deep lyrics, I didn't center enough probably on the instrumental bass. So the song is quite basic. When the song was finished, I actually thought probably we could have recorded some more instruments because it was not really developed. But on the other hand, I think it's okay like that because you need to center the lyrics more on the music. That's why I like Soldier Down, because it's a song that it's based on the lyrics more than on the music. I know probably it's the song that Kike really doesn't like on the album. I know Kike doesn't like the song, but I think Soldier Down has some point of bitterness and darkness that makes the song really, really nice.
Soldier down out in the storm.
Lovers and Friends. Ah, ya me acuerdo. Lovers and Friends es un tema de amor entre dos personas que no se pueden amar. Es una historia de lesbianas, pero es una canción chula.
City of Stones is another song with interesting lyrics. It's about a city, well, a country, actually, full of people who complain about everything. I mean, they don't have easy lives, and they always think that it's somebody else's fault. It's not the fault at all. And if you give them the solution, they don't take the solution, or they take the wrong solution. They keep complaining and complaining. They don't want to work out, the solution. So, well, you may all know that country, right? And I wrote the song, but I asked Kike for writing the middle eight of the song. So because I love Kike's middle eights, he's the king of middle eights. And he wrote some sentences as well for the song. I took some of them, or I used some of them, and there was some that I really liked, so I put them in the middle eight, and I said to Kike to sing them. And he said he didn't want to sing. No, he never wants to sing, but I think it was. I mean, most of the songs in this album are mine or Kike's, so not a mix of both. And though this song is more mine than Kike's probably, but he wrote some things for the song. That's why I made him sing some sentences. There's a sentence I really like. This one is mine. It's picking the single things you wear oversized. Probably that's the best thing of all the album. That's my favorite one. Recording and composing the song was quite funny as well. I think all this song came from probably like some months ago. And it came from one day I went to a concert and I saw one guy playing some blues. So the chords are kind of rock and roll blues, very easy chords. Then when I recorded the song, Kike recorded some very bluesy guitars, and I didn't like them. So the song changed it totally. I recorded a harmonica and all that stuff. So it sounds more like Bob Dylan or Bruce Springsteen rather than blues or something like that. But it's one of my favorite songs because of the lyrics, of course, and because it sounds really, really fresh and different.
City of the stones, I don't mind being on my own.
Remember Me es una canción de desamor. Es una canción sencilla, con acordes normales, y habla sobre una persona que recuerda a otra que ya no está. Tuvo una primera versión en español, pero para incluirla en este disco debía ser en inglés.
Remember me if a piano played.
I think this album has a slight difference if you compare it with the previous one with Judas, because it's more centered on the lyrics rather than the music. So probably for that reason it's a bit deeper and a bit less commercial and easy listening. So you gotta listen to it more than once if you want to get something from the album. For some people probably that means that the album is weaker. I don't think it's weaker at all, it's just different. But we are the same guys, so obviously there's something in common always with the previous album, you know.
Finalmente creo que ha quedado un disco bastante interesante. Es más lento que el primero, pero más intenso.